the light caught in your mind. Free your mind, soften your eyes. It's only a feeling. It's only a feeling. Close your eyes.
Welcome back to my first YouTube video in, I think it's been about a year now since my last YouTube video. And you know, I could sit here and talk for an hour, talk for 2 hours about my journey, you know, about why I took so much time off YouTube, but I'm gonna keep it short and simple because I want today's vlog to be my first vlog back with my family and with my new destination. I think my last video was showing you guys my heartbreak and my breakup with my ex-partner, and I went through a massive transformation journey after that breakup, a journey of self-healing, a journey of self-growth, a journey of, you know, finding my authenticity, finding my true authentic self. And I actually became a monk in that last year and a half now, and I'm now a former monk because I've left the monastery, but I became a monk in that meantime on my healing journey. I turned to spirituality to help me with my healing because I had a very painful breakup. For those of you who have been following me on my Instagram, you've been following me this whole time and my chapter, and you know, this journey, it pushed me and it opened up an opportunity for a seed of growth, for a seed of, you know, finding myself again, finding my alignment, my authenticity. And I think it was one of the hardest times of my life, you know, where I went through suicide. I had to have therapy, you know, to regrow and return myself and to heal trauma, to heal my heartbreak. And I had to spend time alone, and going to the monastery and becoming a former Buddhist monk and studying with the monks really helped me with my religion, helped me with my spirituality and meditation. Meditation massively helped me re-piece myself back together in different ways, you know, not in the same version. There's a saying in the Buddhist Veda that we read in the monastery, and it was that a lot of people were always trying to avoid suffering. But if we avoid suffering, then we will miss out on the growth. We miss out on the opportunity, the seed, and the opportunity to grow, to bloom, to adapt. And the lotus flower in Buddhism, the lotus flower didn't become the lotus flower just by becoming the lotus flower. The lotus flower became the lotus flower because of the mud, because of the suffering. It had to start from the seed, it had to start from the mud in order to bloom into the lotus flower. So I took that, you know, all these phases and all this wisdom that I learned in the monastery, and kind of put it down to myself, you know, I kind of put it down to actually how I was in my heartbreak, and I kind of took that as a seed of opportunity. A lot of us are trying to avoid our emotions. We're trying to run away. We're trying to distract ourselves, you know, whether that's drugs, it's alcohol, it's smoking, you know, social media, it's, you know, sex, it's relationships. A lot of us are trying to avoid what's actually going on in here and inside. And when we spend our time avoiding it, we just numb ourselves, you know, and we don't actually fix what's going on inside. So, you know, by me sitting down and meditating every single day when I was studying as a monk, you know, and now spending time on my spiritual journey, that was the only opportunity for me to truly heal and to truly feel. In order to let go, in order to move forward, you have to feel. You know, letting go is the only condition for happiness. You know, letting go is the only condition for peace, you know, for stopping self-suffering, for stopping self-sabotage. And, you know, for those of you who watch this video right now, I want you to know that if you're going through a hard time, I want you to know that you're doing the best that you can. And I also want you to know that things do get better, and it will bloom, and it will turn brighter soon, and there is a light. Think about all the times in your life that you doubted yourself. All the times in your life where you was in a situation, you was in pain, you was in heartbreak, you was in suffering, where you thought that you couldn't get through it, and you thought you couldn't get to the next chapter and the next day, but you somehow did. Think about all them harsh winters that you survived, when you was crying, when you was left there in pieces. you still somehow stood up and you're still standing today. And that shows that you have the strength, you have the absolute will and power to get through and to be okay. And I want you to know that no matter how hard it gets, it does get better. You know, I've been to the bottom, I've been suicidal, I've been heartbroken. I went for a very painful breakup, you know, and unfortunately, something that I haven't spoke about a lot on my Instagram, breaking up with my ex and trying to fight for my children back in my life, it's something that is still an ongoing process, but it's something now that I had to let go of to move forward. I was going through court battles, spending thousands of pounds, and at the same time trying to mentally stay sane through all of that was something that I think, you know, without getting too emotional in this video, it was something that I had to accept at the time and I had to push forward from. You know, not seeing with my kids every single day was something that was so painful beyond words that can describe, that going to the monastery and healing was the only opportunity and choice for me at that moment of time, and it was the best choice I ever made. I'm now with my new beautiful fiance, Anna, that you will meet soon in YouTube videos, and I currently have a beautiful stepson called Luca that you will see later on in this video. And also we are expecting, me and my fiance, a beautiful baby girl that is due very soon. In the last week we've actually moved to Spain, Costa del Sol, which has been a beautiful place, and it's been a massive opportunity for us as a relationship and as a family to just come here. You know, we're so blessed right now and we're so grateful for every single opportunity that's in our life, and I'm so grateful to be able to be sitting here with a surfboard about to go surfing and vlogging. I'm very happy and I'm very grateful and I'm very blessed. You know, this world is so beautiful, and I think sometimes we just have to open our eyes and see it a bit more. So that was my intro. I don't want to make it too long because, as I said, I could sit here and talk for an hour, talk about my journey, talk about my path, you know, all the things that I've went through so far with my healing journey and becoming a monk. But actually what I want to do, so I've got my surfboard on the floor here, as you can see. I want to just go and do a little paddle out. There's not many waves today, so I probably won't actually be surfing, and unfortunately I don't have a GoPro, so I can't get some B-roll, but I'll try to leave my camera on the surface and, you know, go out there and try to film some stuff. I also want you guys to know as well, healing isn't something that happens overnight. Healing is an ongoing process, that it's not just something that one day you go, I'm fully healed, and that's the end of it. Healing is an ongoing process of hard work, of consistency, of accepting that there will be hard and challenging times. And healing is an ongoing process that I truly think that we do for our entire lives. And there's different stages in our healing journey. And just like there is also understanding that healing isn't about feeling happiness and joy 24/7 and 24 hours of the day. Healing is understanding that there will be hard days, there will be hard times, there will be challenging and upsetting moments and phases in your life. But true healing is about accepting that and understanding how to bring yourself back to your core, back to your peace in them moments of hardship, because you have the skill and knowledge and past experiences and understanding of that. So when challenging and tough times come, you know how to the best bring yourself back, because healing isn't about feeling happiness and joy 24/7, 24 hours of the day. Healing is understanding there will be hard times, there will be challenging times, and when that comes, getting through it the best you can and bring yourself back to a moment and place of peace and calmness. So just finished up with a little surf now, guys. I actually just paddled out. There was no waves, unfortunately, so I just chilled on my surfboard. I find lately that when I have times, if I'm triggered or overwhelmed, you know, I take time for myself. I take time to reground myself. I take time to get out, you know, to meditate, to tune back into myself, back into my mind, because in a world full of everything that is supposed to distract you from yourself. We're full of distractions, you know, from stress or from everyday life or from work or from bills or from friends or from family. In a world full of everything that is set out to distract us, it is important to isolate yourself and take time to meditate, take time to stress, take time to work out, take time to meditate, to do yoga, to go for a swim, to go for a stretch, to go for a run. You know, take time for yourself. It's important. You know, that is actually a superpower, to take time for yourself nowadays, because this world is built to distract us. It's built to bring us so far away from ourselves, that we lose who we are. So it's important, sometimes it is okay to isolate yourself. It's okay to take time for yourself. If that makes you a better you, if that makes you the strongest version of yourself. And we're in beautiful Spain this morning. I just finished up on the beach now. I'm gonna head back home. Look at this, guys. These palm trees. We've only just moved here a week ago, but it still makes me so happy to be here. Currently moved to the Costa del Sol, me and my family. So, this area is very up and coming. It's got a bit of, tradition. It's got a bit of history, and it's also just got a bit of everything, which is what I love about it. It's not too far out there. Spain was something that was on mine and my fiance's list for a long time, and we're finally here. Got back from the beach now. As you guys know, this morning went for meditation, done a bit of yoga on the beach, and then went for a cold morning swim. It was very refreshing. Now I'm about to go and have a gym workout in the new gym, but also before we do that, I'm going to be doing that with Luca. Here he is. He's going to come in frame.
Hey guys, I'm Luca. Today we're going to be doing our first ever workout since we got into Spain. It's going to be an amazing time, and I hope you guys enjoy this video.
Yeah, and we are currently in the new games room. Is this the games room?
Yeah, games room.
Basically
chill.
built into the sort of the new development where we live. So it's the first time using the gym. But also, guys, this is actually not just more exciting for me to shoot this video, it's also exciting for Luca, because Luca, since pretty much this last year, Luca's been like, can we do YouTube now? Can we do YouTube? Can we do YouTube? So here we are. We're doing YouTube again for you guys, filming family videos, fitness, also a bit of surfing. That's another thing we're going to talk about later. We'll save that for later because there's plenty to talk about in this video. But without me boring you guys, let's get straight into the gym, do a workout, and yeah, start the day properly. Let's go. So amazing gym session to get that done. This morning's routine has been something that's been a part of my life, since I started this whole healing journey. Always to meditate, do some yoga, clear my mind in the morning, journal, and then go for a nice workout. By doing that, I find it just gets me balanced, it gets me into routine, it gets me disciplined. And something that I've mentioned before on my Instagram, doing my podcast, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm actually also now a meditation and spiritual coach, which I do on my Instagram. It's come up on the screen now. So if you ever need, some coaching, or you want to get into meditation, or you just want some general advice on finding your purpose in the spiritual journey, then make sure you follow my Instagram, because as I said, I'm doing courses on there and I'm doing coaching on there, which is something that I'm very passionate, I love to do. But something that I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again on here, is the highest form of self-care is discipline. And I think a lot of us, not underestimate, but a lot of us misjudge and maybe a bit underestimate how important discipline is. The most important self-care is discipline. It's not going to the spa, it's not going to the sauna, it's not going to facials, it's not doing all these beauty aesthetic things. Yes, there's a part of wellness, but the most highest form of self-care is discipline, because what discipline is doing is it is sacrificing instant satisfaction for a long-term benefit, for a long-term gratification. We're sacrificing right now pleasure, and we're sacrificing it for a long-term benefit. So if we can't stay disciplined, then how can we ever expect to stay disciplined in a sense of achieving our goals, a sense of achieving our dreams, our desires? Discipline is a very important thing, and I think a lot of people underestimate it. So the next part of this YouTube video, as you guys know, today's just a vlog, but the next part of this video, I've had to come here and make sure Luca's not hearing me. So as I mentioned earlier on, me and Luca have been wanting to surf for a long time. Luca, my stepson, is very interested in surfing. He's been wanting to do it for so long, and I've promised him since being in the UK, I said to him, as soon as we get to Spain, we'll get surfing lessons and we'll start surfing. And he hasn't surfed yet, and I haven't surfed in about 5 years. So we're going to have surf lessons. As I said this morning, I was going out, but that board was a rented board. So today, Luca has been wanting to surf for a long time. So what I'm going to do, he has absolutely no idea of this. No idea. So he thinks we're just going to go to the beach today to check out a really nice, cool beach that we found on Instagram that we wanted to see it in real life. It's called El Palma. But Luca doesn't know that I'm actually going to be taking him to buy his first surfboard. I found a really cool surfboard on Facebook Marketplace. We've just moved, so our finance is on a tight budget. We've got a baby coming too, my baby daughter. Found surfboard for his size, something that he's been wanting for a long time, and I found one. So I'm gonna go and pick it up with him, but he has no idea. So it's gonna be a surprise. When we get in the car, we're gonna be driving to the beach, pretending driving to the beach, and actually we're gonna be driving to get him a surfboard. So I'm gonna tell him on the way there. So stick around, guys, for his reaction. I'm really excited to see, because as I said, he's really passionate. I'm gonna jump in the car with Luca and we're gonna go and pick up his first surfboard. Let's do this. Okay, so guys, we've jumped in the car now with Luca. We're on our way to, is it El Palma?
Yeah, El Palma.
El Palma, which is quite a popular surf beach in sort of the area that we're based in Spain. There's a few more, but I think this one was top 20, I think, in is it in the world or is it in Spain? I think you told me
Top
the
27 in the world.
Yeah. So we're gonna head there today, check out some waves, and then as I mentioned earlier on in the vlog, our goal is to, well, we've never surfed before, so our goal, well, I have, but 5 years ago. Lucas never have, but we're both interested in it, we're passionate in it, so we would love to do it. So we're gonna sort of document our journey into eventually getting some surfboards. Next week, we're actually looking to get some surfboards, as I mentioned earlier on, so that's something that we're excited to do. But Luke, you know we said we were going to El Palma today?
Yeah.
But we're not in El Palma right now.
Saying the beach is not, it doesn't even look like it's a beach. How far is the beach? Is that 1 hour? 2 hours?
Do you not have any idea where we are?
No. Oh no. Oh god. What's happened?
Well guys, you know, because I said at the start of this vlog, and I said it a minute ago, but today, so Luca thought we was going to El Palma. Luca, can you guess?
We're picking up boards.
Yeah. Is that a good surprise?
Really?
Yeah.
No
So
way,
guys, Luca had no idea. This is a surprise, as I said, because Luca's been wanting a board for a long time, so have I. So today, we're gonna get Luca's surfboard, as I said. I'm gonna grab mine next week, but today we're grabbing Luca's surfboard. And yeah, we're probably gonna go and check out a few beaches around local to us, but then yeah, from sort of tomorrow onwards, we're gonna start hitting sort of some beginner waves and yeah, get used to surfing and actually get on the waves. You know, our goal is to be able to surf properly, and you know, with time and dedication, with practice, you can get good at anything. Should we go and get your board?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Guys, Luca literally had no idea.
I'm so happy.
It was funny because before we left, Luca's nan and Luca's mum were like to him, do you remember, you was like, why are they acting so weird?
Yeah.
They're both looking at each other acting weird because they knew, Mummy and Nana knew all along the surprise. I filled them in with it. So, so me and Luca are actually learning how to, oh, I can't enter here, see? Sorry. This is, guys, see, this is what happens when we drive. Also, for those of you wondering, we are in Spain, but we actually, so I drove to Spain. So we're driving an English car right now. So
yeah.
The roads are it's a bit dodgy for me to get used to. I think we can go up here. So yeah, guys, as I was saying, me and Luca are learning to talk Spanish. We don't talk a lot of Spanish, but we're learning, and our goal is to be able to talk fluent Spanish. But the guy we're meeting is Spanish, so hopefully ChatGPT can come in handy for me. Yeah, I think he's gonna be in here somewhere.
Okay.
So let's see.
Guys, I actually had no idea. I thought we were planning. Nick was saying that we were gonna go get both of the boards on Tuesday next week. So like the 26th.
Oh, I see the surfboard, Luca.
Or the 27th.
I see it.
Wait, which one is it?
I see
Orange
it.
or the blue?
It's in there. It's the orange one.
Oh, let's go. That's actually the one I wanted as well. We just got the surfboard. We're gonna reveal it on the beach. So let's get it.
Let's get to the beach, guys. Surfboard's complete. Mission success. And just like that, we have skipped to the beach here now in Cadiz. We've just got here. The waves are very small today, so we're just probably going to paddle out, both of us, and just do a bit of chilling. Luca has obviously got his board.
So guys, here's the board. It's from Decathlon, and that's the fins. I have the leash on already on my ankle. Here's the board. 7 feet. It's really nice. I really like it. Already waxed up, and we're ready to go out.
Luca, are you excited?
I'm really excited.
Should we go? Oh yeah, so guys, this one as well. So basically this is a wind surfboard, but it's obviously not got a fin, and it's still got the attachments for the windsurf fin, but it's not got a fin underneath and not got a sail. So what I'm using this as right now until I get my surfboard next week is basically just something that I can actually paddle out with. Obviously Luca, I can go in the water and chill today. I'm gonna head out now. Luca's new board. I've got my hybrid wind surfboard. And just like that, we are skipping through some time now. I haven't actually vlogged in the last few days. This video, well, the start of this video and surfing with Luca was actually a few days ago, but over the last few days, because we just moved to Spain, you know, there's been so many other things that I've had to, you know, do with my family. We've had to get some paperwork sorted, bank accounts, you know, residency, so many important things that we had to sort out that I had to put the video to the side. But I want to finish this video here, and before I do, I just want to say a massive thank you for people who have watched the entire way through, and for people who have been here since day one. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey, and I'm so happy to be back here filming YouTube videos, filming my first one in almost a year and a half. It's been an absolute blessing, and I'm very grateful to be able to be back here in a new chapter, in a new scenery, filming and vlogging and doing my passion. Over the next few weeks, I am going to be trying to uploading. I'm going to try to upload at least once a week on YouTube, or every other week. I'm not going to put pressure on myself. I'm just going to do what feels right, do what feels, you know, in my alignment, do what feels right for me in my vibration, and nothing that causes me resistance. Over the next few weeks, I kind of do want to film more of my raw life. So I want to show you guys how I'm bringing my business from the UK here to Spain. I run my own videography and photography company, so that'll be something to show you guys how I'm getting clients in Spain, how I'm going to start here and bring my work from the UK to Spain. So I think that would be interesting to film and document. And also family life. As I said earlier on, we are expecting a baby girl, me and my fiance, very soon. So it's something that we're very excited about. We're very grateful and blessed to even have the opportunity to bring another life and so on to the universe, and I really want to bring you guys along with it, and you know, film. I really want to bring you guys along and, you know, film every step of the way. Just don't forget to be yourself, because you're all beautiful, you're all amazing, you're one of a kind, and you're enough just the way you already are. You're worthy just the way you already are. Just don't forget to be yourself. I see you in the next video.